Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to From the Depths with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to our most recently acquired asset, the glorious Paladin. In today's video, our only real goal is to start converting this thing to make it a little bit more Lathrixian, that is to say, to make it a lot more stupid, and after reading a lot of the comments, I've decided I'm actually going to be keeping it a waterborne craft. Rather than making it fly, we are going to stay in the water, because it is generally what I tend not to do. Now, one thing I really want to do, though, is make this thing incredibly quick, because I just think that would be really fun to have as fast a battleship as possible. So what we're going to be doing, after I get some more money, some more resources, some more potatoes, is we're going to go ahead and mostly focus on fitting this thing with hydrofoils and setting up the AI in a very interesting way. Because what I would love to do is have a really fast battleship which is basically skimming the water, which has a massive spinal mounted particle cannon. Yeah, so we're going to have one major particle cannon which can only really aim forwards, and this is going to be set to be quite short range, because even the long range variation, if I just pop this down over here, you can have it set so that focus can be way lowered, which means there's a good chance you're gonna simply miss the hit, but that's also gonna make it way stronger. Or of course, we could just go with scatter lenses and short range lenses and have a whole cluster of them, which all fire at short range. So we get very close to the enemy. I will be manually controlling at least our our movements. We'll still have some regular weapons which can fire using the AI, so I don't have to focus on absolutely everything. We get nice and close to the enemy, and then we shred them to bits. Just completely obliterate them. Ooh, a resource zone, lovely. So that's the goal today. Let's at least get our movement in control. Which also means, though, I do need to set it up so that I can manually control the pitch of the craft at least. Otherwise, we're going to end up missing a lot of those shots, because our particle cannon will not be on a turret. So that's the goal at the moment. Already we are far faster than the original Paladin, and I still haven't decided on a name yet. I've seen so many good choices, but I just can't choose one. It's going to be fun making something so gorgeous looking, just so derpy. Ooh, a friend! I do not... Ooh, you are a big fella, aren't you? That's I don't know what you are, but you actually look pretty darn terrifying. Maybe I should move about a little bit, you know, be a little bit evasive here. It's nice having the AI actually focus on things. Ooh, you're going down already. Okay, steering left. Let's get ourselves some resources. Going out of control. Lovely. We spread chaos no matter where we go. Ooh, we've lost a bit of health on one of our cannons. So what was that exactly? Wow, didn't take much of it. That is the... Oh, it's the Hydra! Oh, it's nowhere near as terrifying as I thought. Wait, 132k resources? Really? Huh. Stop firing. We could capture this thing. Oh, too damaged already. Did not know that Hydra was so expensive. Of course, everything has been made way more expensive from when I first started playing, so I always think everything's too expensive. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. EMP torpedoes. Once again, thank you very much to the original creator of this thing for making it so EMP resistant. That's the second enemy now, which has wasted its attacks on trying to make just anything EMP related happen. I do like this boat. I almost feel sorry for it. Okay, I only got 17k from that, sadly. Not quite as much as I was hoping, but still fine. Oop, hello. Still need to figure out where I'm going to stand on this thing. So, I do love this here, but, yeah, I think this is going to be my viewing gallery if I'm going to end up having a particle cannon. Ooh, lots of very evil clouds. Let's get back to the resource zone. Also lagged a lot then. Aha! A new enemy appears already. Wow, this difficulty has been very aggressive to us, actually. Okay, it's an old-school sailboat. Do I fire yet, or do I get a bit closer? You know what, fire, sure. If we're gonna waste resources, we might as well waste resources explosively. What I really need to do is at least change the shell types. I'm still not a huge fan of these advanced cannons. They're really satisfying to watch, but they're just not my style. We could try and ram it. That would probably give us enough resources. There's not enough time. I would like to add a ramming feature to this thing. If we're going to be so fast that we're going to have a spinally mounted short-range particle cannon... Ooh, that almost hit me. Then I would like to add some rams to the front as well. Turning something like this into a ramming vehicle is going to be hilarious. Well, they're capsizing. Yeah, 20 meters per second is just not fast enough. Let's turn off our weapons. It was still firing a second ago, but now it has completely capsized. Perhaps we can steal the ship, we're lucky. We be pirates. Now here's actually one thing I'm quite nervous about. In my previous hydrofall attempts, waves like this become an absolute nightmare. Whoa, look at that. We are getting some serious airtime. And that's just at 20 meters per second. The very minimum speed I'm going to need this thing to go is about 60. And it's going to be really difficult to control. Essentially, I think I'll actively try and avoid areas like this. If it becomes like this, very bad weather, I will probably just avoid fights once this thing's fully created. In fact, this water, this weather may have been what actually capsized the enemy. There she bees. Or there she be, as I was meant to say there, but bees instead. This is so weird looking. Stop running away! I just want to be your friend! Ooh, I want to make you my friend! Friendship bullets, go! Can you just stay capsized? It's very rude to keep moving like this. I might just ram it anyway, so it's stuck. Oh, how close we are. This is going to be really difficult. Since it's still moving so much and the waves are going to be moving us around. I need to get close enough that I can use my Heartstone easily, or far enough away that I don't get killed. Ooh, please don't get underneath the craft. That would be glorious. Maybe I should have found out. Ooh, that was weird. Wait, how did I get inside the... What? It bounced me into my craft. How am I meant to get out of here? Did I even... where am I? Who am I? Yeah, you know what? I feel like this is going to be way too awkward. Oop. As I naturally fall off the craft as well. Should have just killed the thing. I think I literally just saw the AI, so I am going right in here. Also, since when did this weapon get so buffed? I think I mentioned it in the previous video, but my god, this thing just deals so much damage now. Okay, if you excuse me, I need some life support. That'd be lovely. I think it's there. Like, I saw some AI there, but I think I know where it is. Just use one of the small side cannons here for a bit of surgical support. Just let me break your mind. I promise it's way more fun without it. Yes! We are the Pirate Kings! You're not actually that damaged, are you? How badly damaged are you? Only 8%? We could heal you. You could just come with us. Ah, now I do need your resources, so let's sacrifice you. I didn't actually check how much resource that's worth, so I'm gonna take a guess. I mean, it's got a lot of cram cannons. Maybe 100k? Maybe. Probably a bit less, I imagine. Saying that is a big boy. Ooh, well, apparently don't have enough storage for it, so let's add some more storage to the craft and we'll see how much we get. I've got 178,000 resources now. Yes! Oh, that is magnificent. Okay, so let's get to work on the hydrofoils. You know what? We're gonna need to keep moving because I'm gonna be doing some serious changes, and I wanna... Yeah, I just want to keep on moving just in case someone wants to kill us. Why can't I control the ship anymore? Where's my controls gone? I'm sure I could control it from here. Oh, am I literally at the back of the craft rather than the front? Yep, that's right, Lathrix cannot tell the front from the back of this thing at the moment because I am very, very tired. Very, very tired indeed. Maybe I need some rum to wake myself up. I mean, I'm a pirate after all, apparently, so that would make complete sense. So then, let's get to work converting this thing. I do want to keep most of the looks. The way I'm probably going to have to flatten the bottom, I'm going to maybe have to make a whole new section. This very front cannon will definitely have to go for the weapon. But for now, I just want this thing to be nice and quick. Ooh, heavy armor's changed as well, hasn't it? Oh, I much prefer the new look. It's a bit blocky. But I honestly didn't like the old school stuff. I thought it was a bit too specific looking. No, I like this. I really like this. So I'm adding some heavy armor down here. What I've decided is to go with the route of least resistance. And essentially what I'm going to be adding is just a whole another layer underneath. I'm thinking 1 or 2 deep. These will house the hydrofoil, so the craft will be completely skimming on the water. We do have the option to also lower it. Just because the hydrofoils are going to be literally on the bottom of the craft doesn't mean we're going to have to be that high up from the water, because, well, that's what the glory of PIDs is all about. But it gives us the option to do so, and once we do that, we will be flying along without actually flying, which is great, keeping us more as a ship. A bouncy, bouncy, quick ship. Of death. Ah, we're under attack already. Come on now. Your donation of flesh can wait till later, I'm sure. Ooh, same ship. Fine, you know what? I'm just gonna go directly into ramming speed here. I'm not even gonna pay attention to you, and we're gonna see what happens, okay, lad? Okay. Let's just make sure we're gonna hit you right in the face. If you're trying to avenge your family member, I've got a horrible thing to tell you. You're likely going to end up as hydrofoils. Like them! So you can be just like them as part of the ship, part of the crew. Yeah, the fill option doesn't really work with hydrofoils on a side note. It works, but you've got to keep on going. It's a bit weird. And yes, this is a complete overkill for hydrofoils, by the way. This is actually a terrible idea, since I'm going to have to manually change a lot of the settings for these. But I just like the idea of an entire, like, underbelly of just hydrofoils. Don't know why. Just kind of do. I also love hearing all those battle noises on doing this. Fine, this section will be empty. And that's enough for me to start messing around with settings. We're there yet? I'm fairly certain the enemy's main weapons are actually on the side, so it's interesting that it tries to fire at us like this. I guess because we're so far away, it's still trying to move towards us. Okay, let's broadside ourselves a little bit, shall we? As we go underwater. Yeah, the hydrofoils being there, by the way, and on neutral right now, actually do cause a few weirdnesses. You knocked off one of our little spinny boys. That's just mean. Oh, you're a different ship. Are you a different ship? Oh, I hate these waves. Go away. They went away. Well, that's a power I didn't know I had. Oh, it's new or special? Gonna ignore the fact I'm mostly going underwater right now. Hello! Oh, well. Totally worth the effort of putting the rams on the front there. doopy doopy doo. Excuse me, can you just position yourself in such a way that I can really hurt you? Thank you. I mean, I could just capture you, but this is gonna be way more fun. There we are, let's just get stuck right in. There we are. Fine, I'll capture you, I'll do the smart thing for once. Today's been a bloodbath already. I was just in the mood for a bloodbath to get you all nice and clean. Stop firing, you'll end up hurting me. Problem is, I haven't got a clue where the AI was. I think it's somewhere near the back, like here-ish. And by here-ish, I'm kind of hitting everywhere. So, I mean, technically I'm right, but also not very specific. Excuse me, life support needed. Let's see if we can break through your brain again. Going through your butt all the way to your brain. You know, the classic way to get to your brain. Okay. Can I, exit the boat, please? Thank you. Got a little bit close to dying there. Do not like being so close to those cannons, gotta be honest. Ooh, you did really nasty things to our ship. Yeah, I can't remember where it was. Was it near the front or the back? Oh, I got it! I didn't even notice breaking your brain. Okay, lovely. So, another craft worth hundreds. Yep. Capturing is so overpowered in this game, but there we go! Didn't think this craft would be such a good pirate, but it's just so tanky. It is just so tanky, it can just take so many hits. Okay, gonna need way more resource holders then. Back to making this thing fly through on near the water. Hydrofoils! Oh, that is already very good at staying on top of the water, mostly. Okay, so roll control is gonna have to be above deck now, because what's happening is I'm gonna be spending so little time underwater for any of the craft. Controlling our roll and stuff is gonna be an absolute nightmare. We also need to control pitch, otherwise we're gonna be bouncing this all the time, and I am gonna feel very nauseous very, very quickly, and it's gonna be even worse in video form. Okay, there's probably going to be some serious time jumps in this episode. There already has been looking at the footage. I've been actually playing it now for a few hours, and probably like 18, 20 minutes of footage at this point. Ooh, depending on how it's all ended up. But essentially, I'm not only adding loads of hydrofoils, I'm also seriously armoring up the inside of this craft. Oh, mimics, that's what's in the way. Okay, yeah, so there's mimics everywhere. Trying to build in this thing is actually quite difficult. I keep on getting blocked by mimics. I mean, I guess they have to be somewhere, considering just how many there are, but still. Yeah, so I want layers of heavy armor. Layering is no longer as powerful as it used to be, because there's been huge changes to it, but I am still a firm believer of armor over shields and such, though we do have the resources that we can probably move into shields later. Oh, look how dirty and hurt you are. You've only been under my control for a couple of hours. Yep, that's intentional. Okay, let's turn you into a beautiful dolphin dive now, and belly flop. I'm just testing out some basic controls for the pitch. Yep. Definitely work. Yeah, so these fans at the back, these propellers are going to be completely worthless. I'm going to completely divert their power elsewhere. I've just added some more deader blades inside. That's why now we're at 35 meters per second. Still only half what I want to be, but, you know, we're getting there, like. So there's enemies on both sides of me, so I'm just kind of powering through them. Eventually we will get out of range of them. Until then, we have enough resources to keep up on repairs, and I am adding some turning to this thing. This is a turning whilst out of the water. Oh, yep, that needs to be balanced more. We're obviously way ahead, well, over the center of mass. That will change, though, since I will be adding the spinally mounted weapon, which is going to be mostly above deck. So loads of extra armor. Essentially, I'll be extending the superstructure. Wow, we can make ourselves bouncy. Oh, yeah, of course, never mind. The whole roll system is currently underwater, which doesn't work because we're not underwater ourselves. That's probably why things are a little bit more extreme than I'd like. Okay, well, that's something we need to fix later, I suppose. Oh, slow. Gently towards the portal, please. Yeah, precision controls right now in something which isn't finished is going to be a little bit off. That's interesting. Oh yeah, because right now I have the PID set so it's only one way, which means backwards is literally going to be go underwater mode. Look, I know I'm a bit stupid, perhaps a tad unhinged, but I am not fighting that thing. Oh god, what am I on? I am not fighting that thing with what I'm currently using. No! Oh, where am I? Oh, fine, kill it! It's two things, actually. Oh, I thought it was one thing. Never mind. I thought it was like a twin guard craft. Well, I am most confused. Which, to be fair, is my default setting. Oh, by the way, you may notice we're now going 50 meters per second. Not done yet, but we are zooming along now. Ah, those are missiles. Great. Let's just make sure we're facing off against the right target. In fact, no, I trust the AI. Boing. I haven't stabilized this new speed yet. No, you know what? We are not ready for that at all. Our weapons are doing nothing. You know what, lads? We're just gonna mosey on this way. We are now in difficulty 35, the enemies are ramping up, and I'm gonna run away. We definitely have enough for repairs, so we're fine. Stop wasting ammo. Stick. Discretion is the better part of valor. You may notice I'm actually running out of engine power right now, because we're still just being powered by RTGs. Normally, what I think we're going to do is we're not really going to have enough power to constantly be at this speed, but this is essentially ramming speed. I want ramming speed to be anywhere over 60, but then 60 or less will be our cruising speed, which will actually cost us anything. Eventually I'll add other engines as well, but we do have a lot of battery power, so we can sustain that speed, even on RTGs, for a brief to medium amount of time, normally enough to close a gap. Okay, stop firing, we're too far away and no one's even aiming us anymore, so let's just casually go away. I might go back to rank 30, honestly. Maybe until we're finished. You know what, yeah. As soon as we're ready, as soon as we're finished with this basic design, I'll go back to another red portal, because I don't want to die here while I'm still building. Maybe? I don't know. Is that too cowardly? I mean, right now we're just being overwhelmed. I think it's because of the speed we're going. We're going through so many areas, we're just constantly spawning enemies. Let's do a quick test. Whoa, we need some pitch control regardless. Okay, good to know. Are we flying? I think we might be. So that's 80 meters per second right now, but we do need some generalized pitch control. I don't actually want too much pitch control. But yeah, right now, too much of the lift is underneath our center of mass. Oh yeah, I've added side things. Oh, that makes me happy. Blish. Fantastic. Okay. But we don't want to fly, so I will be altering the pitch to try and keep us stable. Honestly, what I really want is for most of the thrust then to be a little bit higher up, because I do naturally want this thing to try and nose down a little bit into the water. It just makes everything a lot easier. Right now, the opposite is true, but still. Got a lot to work with, a lot to do. And a lot more stupidity is needed. I just did the math in my head, and since we can go over 80 meters per second, that means we're going over 280 kilometers an hour. That's not bad. So like 170 miles an hour as well for those who use those measurements. I did have to Google that, admittedly. It feels bad continually chopping away everything of this craft, but it is, of course, for the greater good. Have those two there, so we can make it look like there's sections like this all the way back. We could, of course, make this look way better, but honestly, I'm constantly under attack and don't really have time. Faster I can get this thing fully functional. Oh god, I'm being attacked from both sides. Full speed! Let's get out of here, shall we? But yeah, the faster we can get this thing finished and fully functioning, the faster we can get back to killing enemies, harvesting their resources, and using them to build hydrofoils. I mean, honestly, if nothing else, it's just a great excuse to add loads and loads of heavy armor to this craft. By the end of this, it's probably going to be completely coated. And the contrast between just the uncoloured heavy armor versus all this really well-painted stuff and everything is honestly brutal. And I love it. It just looks so nasty. Like something has just completely just done horrible things. Like that, for instance, this horrible turn here, because I don't have time to fiddle around with little things like that. Yeah, definitely want to change this back section. Do not like that at all. I actually quite like how the sides have appeared, but hate the back section, so this is going to be just torn off and completely replaced as soon as I have a 5-minute break from being attacked. So right now, we can actually cruise at about 65 meters per second without losing battery power. Then we can have short bursts near 100. Sadly, not quite reaching it, but we are in the 90s. And 100 sounds better, so I will continue until we are hitting the 100. We are actually running out of resources now, so this is probably going to be the last of the jets I'm going to add. Again, I'm going to be removing this back section and redoing it. Believe it or not, though it doesn't look like it's working, this one here is absolutely fine. It just has all this really badly done behind it. Turning is pretty bad though, so I do need to add some more turning thrusters or at least some internal dead blades, so I'll do that. Can we go at this speed and still gain power? Yes we can. Very, very nice indeed. Bit bouncy, but that's just going to be the way it is if we stay as a hydrofoil. Oh, I'm sorry, didn't see you there. And then I can actually force this thing down, and into the depths you go. Okay, destroy it. Just wait until we have proper short-range weapons. It'll be like that, but way more... well, it'll be quicker at least, let's say. Ah, got away from me this time. What are we firing at in the air? Well, at least they'll cover repairs. Let's keep moving though, way too many things nearby. Let's not go through the green portal, but let's just get out of here. What I'm really looking for, honestly, was a blue portal all this time. I didn't see a single one. The blue portal gives me essentially an area where enemies won't be attacking us, but we can, but we'll increase the difficulty by 2, but it'll give me some time to repair. Clearly I need some sleep. I can't even explain basic premises now. Final test before the end of the video. Pretty much everything I want to do I've now done. There's still a lot I need to do, but that'll be in the future. Come on, hit, there we go, 100 meters per second. That's gonna be the number I count for the rest of the video, so we can get to 102 very briefly, and we will go faster as time goes on. As you can see though, I have once again made everything imbalanced, because as we add the thrusters, as we add the armor, the center of mass is changing, the center of thrust is changing. There's loads which we need to alter. So what I'm going to do is, off camera, I'm going to fix up quite a few things so we're not constantly trying to come airborne. That won't actually be too difficult. Right now, we actually have no pitch PID, and yet this is how stable it is. So as you can imagine, as soon as there's some basic AI controls there, we'll be absolutely fine. We do need some more batteries, though, because we are going to be particle cannon focused. What I would love is this thing to really quickly, out of nowhere, ambush a smaller or vulnerable ship, then have a really nasty short-range impact cannon on the front. We fire, just rip the enemy apart, and then we go in for the kill. Then we have normal weapons for long-range combat, but that will mostly be for defense. But as you can see, we still need to do quite a lot. One of the main problems is the center of mass is currently way too far back, which is what's causing all this to happen. So yeah, lots of balancing to do, but I think I've showcased the plan enough. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favorites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that From the Depths is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Today has been really, really fun, if you can't tell. Thank you so much for watching, have a lovely day, and do take care. Until next time, goodbye. And let's see if we can become an airborne craft if we wanted to. I mean, we should be able to. Well, I've lost my ship. Don't really like to do this because it feels a bit cheaty, but I am going to have to jump back onto the craft because I just glitched through it. Note to self, don't stand on a turret when you move really, really, really fast. Sometimes that does happen when you go to a new area. Yeah. Well, that gave me a mini heart attack. The day is over. Have a lovely day. Goodbye. The day is over. Have a lovely day. You know what I mean.